Let's be blunt, because the 85 to 90 grind in Mists of Pandaria, it's going to be a brutal pre-nerf slog. We're talking about over 85 million experience needed to hit max level. But while most players are slogging through 5-hour levels, the pros are going to hit level 90 in 7-8 hours. See, they have a strategy, and today I'm going to be giving you their entire playbook. This is how you beat the grind. First, we have the preparation phase. You see, your race to 90, it's going to begin before the servers even go live. If you skip the prep, you've already lost. We start with the unfair head start, pre-questing. The fastest players are going to be 15-20% of the way through 86 before you even set foot in Pandaria. The hyper-optimized 5-man teams, they're going to be stacking dungeon quests, weekly quests, using mage portals, summoning, even dungeon teleports to save up to 2 hours of leveling. But that might be overkill. You really don't need a massive team just to get a huge edge. My simpler, solo-friendly route, it still saves you over 45 minutes of leveling. The way to do it is to stock up on the Tolbarad, the Molten Front dailies. It's a massive instant burst of experience. Then we have the holy trinity of experience buffs. You're going to need to stack buffs if you want to level fast. There are really 3 major buffs, and they're all non-negotiable. The first is the Banner of Coordination. Get honored with your guild and buy it as soon as you can. It is 15% additional experience on a reputation from mob kills, and it's got a 10-minute cooldown. It's free, it's powerful, and it's a huge mistake to ignore this. The second buff you need is the Dark Moon buffs. When the Dark Moon Fair is active, you've got to get yourself the 10% Dark Moon Carousel buff. Also, when the fair is up, you can save trips going back to the fair by stockpiling the Dark Moon top hats. Then we have Rested Experience, which is the easiest and best prep of all. I'm not talking about the add-on though. I'm talking about when the game launches, you log into every single one of your ults for about 30 seconds. That way you can start the Rested Experience bar ticking upwards. That simple action, it could easily save you 4 hours per character. With your prep out of the way, we've got to talk about the leveling gauntlet. It is time to execute speed leveling at a rate that nobody else is going to be doing. First, let's talk 85 to 86 and the Jade Forest leveling. Your journey, it's going to begin at the Hero's Call board. After long, sick cutscenes and a couple of quests, you're going to end up in Pandaria. Your goal here is one simple thing: speed. Rush the Jade Forest quest as quickly as you can to get away from those massive launch day crowds at the beginning. I'll put a map on the screen. This is going to show you a general route you're going to be expecting to take through Jade Forest. The big key here is not to get suckered into queuing dungeons yet. You want to save these. Also, while you're in Jade Forest, there are really 2 crucial pro tips. First, you really want to be using the Handy Notes add-on. It's going to show treasures on your map, and those treasures, if you go to them, they're going to give you free fat experience and huge weapon upgrades too. Second, make a stop at the gear vendor. For under 400 gold, you could buy a full set of 372 item level gear. This is the single most important power upgrade you can get early on. It is really non-negotiable. Then, from 86 to 87, we have the Valley of the Four Winds and Karasang Wilds. This is where I recommend you start queuing those dungeons. Pro tank classes, the Death Knights, the Prat Paladins, they can actually spam the first dungeon in Stormsnout Brewery and pick up an easy server first, just farming the monkeys. If you're doing that method, you will end up getting lockout cap though, and the secret is you just go back to questing like normal in between. For the rest of us though that aren't going to be soloing monkeys, the strategy is to do each of the first dungeons. We're talking Stormsnout Brewery, Temple of the Jade Serpent, and you want to do them exactly one time. The reason for that is that you get a massive amount of quest experience. You might get 3-4 quests done, and then the second run you don't have a single quest, so really spamming them is just going to be a waste of time. Personally though, I am going to ignore my own advice here. The reason for that, I first want to keep my brain from melting. And if there are annoying quests in a zone and I want to skip them, I'll be able to do that. I won't feel forced to go through every single quest. So 87 to 88, we're talking Kunlai Summit, and also the Rare Hunt, which really amps up here too. Level 87, you see, is exactly where the fun is going to begin. Your first step is Binand Village. You can grab a set of 393 item level gear from the Metal Paw vendor. This is a crucial step because it lets you queue for the next tier of dungeons. The real game changer though is the Rare Hunt. See, Mists of Pandaria, it really takes rare mobs to a whole different level than previous versions. Rare mobs give massive bonus XP, and they also, more importantly, drop incredible gear. The ultimate high roll, though, would be killing a world boss while you level. Shah of Anger, for example, though there is mixed information on whether he's going to be in at launch. Getting a 496 item level piece of raid gear while you're leveling, it would put you miles ahead of everybody else, and everybody would want you in their group. Rares also drop some of the very coolest and most useful and powerful utility items in the entire game. We're talking items like the Crystal of Insanity, 500 on-demand stat bonus, incredible for leveling, or the Battle Horn, very good for AoE pulling, whether you're in dungeons or the open world. As for actually getting those rares, the current best way that I can see is the Rare Scanner add-on. If you have your own way of getting these rares as efficiently as possible, please let us know in the comments. You could really help a lot of people out. So from 88 to 89, we're gonna be in town-long steps. This level bracket, it is a pretty much straightforward push through all the quest lines. The key stop here, though, is a big gear upgrade, maybe your final gear upgrade before level 90. We're talking going to Longying Outpost and getting a full set of 408 item level gear. That's gonna make your push to 90 incredibly smooth. Then finally, we've got that 89 to 90 Dread Waste push, the final push. Questing in Dread Waste, it is practically mandatory because you're getting that reputation with the Klaxi. The reason why that is, they sell BIS 463 item level weapons, and these are basically your pre-raid BIS. A pro tip, by the way, the moment you hit Revered with any Pandaria faction, you want to buy the Grand Commendation from the Quartermaster. It's permanently going to double all your future rep gains with that faction on every single character you have. This is also where the Gate of the Setting Sun and the Siege of New Zhao Temple, they're going to be available in the random dungeon finder. Definitely queue them to get that free huge quest experience. So there it is, that is the playbook. Leveling in Mists of Pandaria, it's not about grinding anymore. It's a multi-layered race, full of strategy, and rewards people who really think ahead. Let's recap the pillars of speed. First, we have preparation. You start the race with an advantage through pre-questing and stacking XP buffs. Second, we have efficiency. You gotta know where to quest and when to quest. Otherwise, you're gonna be trapped in those crowds having a terrible time. Third, we have exploitation. See, you can abuse vendors and rare spawns for massive power gains that are going to accelerate your entire journey. So now you have the pro guide to leveling. There are really no more excuses. You gotta get out there, beat the grind, and claim your spot at level 90. Let me know in the comments if you plan to level extremely fast, or if you're checking out from the FOMO and going a little bit slower this time. If this guide helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for more MoP content, and we're gonna get you right to the chase every single time.